Week number 3, Start Bench Show. Doing it live like we do every single Sunday morning before kickoff. About an hour and a half, hour before kickoff. I try to do an hour and a half. Today we're doing an hour and 5 minutes. But we're here to help make your lineups, to help make your league an absolute disgrace after today's performance when you drop loads all over the field. Who do you start? Who do you sit? Week 3 kickoff show, morning show. Every single Sunday we do this. Let's go.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Okay, so we got to get right into it. Spears is active week 3. We've got Jordan Addison declared inactive. We knew that was probably coming, so a very good play this week. Very good play is Naylor, Jalen Naylor. Jordan Love inactive. Joshua Palmer will not play, so McConkey's a better play this week. Quentin Johnson maybe worthy of a potential nod if you're in desperate measures. Let's see here. We got a whole bunch of other. Joe Mixon inactive. That means Akers is going to be solid. Keenan Allen is inactive. So know that. Taysom Hill inactive. Njoku inactive. Michael Pittman Jr. is active. Herbert is going to start. Justin Jefferson is expected to be a full go. And that is, Dortch is going to play week 3. Bosa should play. That is pretty much everything. Fields will start. Tank Bigsby's shoulder is questionable. There we go. We're all caught up on the news. Let's hit the super chats. Let's get to your questions. This one from Overcome. Stash Dowdle or Chandler? I'd rather stash Chandler. Very good question, though. Goddard or Ferguson? This week I'm going to go Goddard until we know what's what with Ferguson. But I don't know if I cut Ferguson. And if he gets cut, he's been cut a ton of leagues. I maybe grab him because that's a top 5 potential tight end. People forget real quickly after 2 weeks. Hey, Smitty, I have Mason. Don't have CMC. Just traded Pollard and Dorsch to get Ridley. I like that, and Grendo. I think it's a really, really smart move. I like that, bro. I like that a lot. JT or Mason? I'm going to go Mason this week, but I like both of them. Fergie, Kincaid. I'm going Kincaid until we know what's what with Ferguson. Downs or Steele? Call me crazy, but I would go Steele. I'd go Steele in a lot of other situations that are a little bit more dire than that. So definitely Steele. But know that you could get nothing. And Downs is pretty solid. But Superflex, pick one, Stafford, Fields, or DK, JMO. Depends on your scoring. If you look at what Fields has done the last couple weeks over mediocre play, is he still hanging with guys like DK and JMO? I'd probably go DK if this is me, unless your QB scoring is awfully strange. Pick 2, Steele, Akers, Singletary. I'm bad at running back. I'm going to go Steele and Akers. That's pretty easy. And those aren't horrible options this week, believe it or not. Hey, Smitty, help pick 2, full PPR, Superflex, 4-point TDs, BTJ, Swift, Keon, Pickens. I don't know. You have to look at what Willis did in the previous game and see if that competes with what BT, because your scoring can mean everything. I would go Pickens and Keon, but that's me. If your scoring dictates that quarterbacks absolutely, even if they're mediocre, score more, then you got to go off that. Cooks, Coleman, Naylor in the flex. I go Coleman, but that's me, bro. I'm totally all about Coleman this week in terms of those really like shoddy plays. Anyway, if you're not sitting a Worthy or something like that though. Flex, stash, Whittington, Naylor. I'm gonna go Whittington for now. I think there's a lot of opportunity for him to do well for the next handful of weeks. On Jacksonville Titans Strange train, he's okay if you're in dire need. For sure, it's decent. Start Fields or Mayfield. Mayfield's probably earned the start, but I don't know that that's one that. Let me get the schedule over here so we can look at this. Let me go back here. I don't know if that's one that like I think you're not gonna like be kicking yourself after necessarily if you go one way and it goes the other way, because like that's a tough call. I'd probably say Baker's earned this start, and it's at home, it's in Tampa, so I'm probably gonna go with Mayfield. Mayfield's just been playing well. It's kind of like Derek Carr and a mediocre option. Not to say Fields can't be great, but right now I feel like Fields definitely, you don't know what you're getting yet. Pick 2, Coleman, Shakir, Warren, Naylor, Akers. I'm going to go probably Coleman and Akers for safety. If you need a high upside play, I guess Naylor isn't bad. Flex 1, Alec Pierce, Madison, Dobbs. I'm going to go Pearson. This one, he's been playing well, and he's got a good connection with the AR5. Smitty, Whittington, or Pittman. Pittman's been iffy, but he's playing. I'm going to go Whittington. Whittington's set up for a pretty good day. Trey Benson and A.D. Mitchell. Trey Benson is not slotted for a lot of work ever yet, so he's a good stash, but he looks hesitant. I think that could change, but I'm going to go A.D. Mitchell pretty easily. A.D. Mitchell's had some opportunities. He's just missed on them, or AR5's missed on them. Start 1, Steele, Akers, Moss, Eckler. I think Akers is the safest play. Steele's your high risk, high reward. This one here, we got a $20 super chat. That one gets immediate assistance before any others. Salty Chopper coming in with a $20 hauler. Salty, appreciate you. Salty says, been a while, had to slap the $20 hauler. Ty Johnson, Akers, or Steele. Akers is the safe play. He's safe. Steele's the high risk, high reward. You're going to Mars, young man. But I'd probably say give me Akers for safety. Steele's maybe a better play in a more dire situation, but I do like Steele this week in that sense. But you got Akers is pretty steady this week. Then I sell him high. Steele, Akers, Najee. I'm going Akers in this situation too. Pick 1, flex, Amir, Shaheed. Shaheed, Dell, Sharp. I'm probably going Dell personally, but Shaheed's probably the safest play. Zamir's pretty safe. I think you got a nice little problem, Joe, on your hands because you can maybe make a trade. But that's a solid group to pick from, believe it or not. Zamir's got a nice Carolina matchup though. Shaheed's been playing balls out. I just, I don't know. I think Dell pops back in this one, but that's me. If you want safety, go Shaheed because he's been doing it. DeMarcus Robinson, Akers, Ford. I think I'd probably go Akers by a hair over even Ford this week. I just think it's a good play. Shaheed or Flowers. Flowers probably. Cowboys or Packers or Parkinson. Parkinson or Strange. I'm going to go Parkinson, and I'm going to go probably Cowboys opportunistic touchdown, but that's a tough call. Really is. I mean, Packers are a decent play too. Coleman, Zamir, or Dunze in the flex. I'm going to go probably Coleman myself, but Zamir is a damn safe play, son. A damn safe play. Because Zamir is a nice matchup, and his coach said, I want to get him 20-plus touches a game. I want to get him 20-plus touches a game. You obviously don't know who Smitty is. What did somebody say? What did somebody say now, Chris? Dak or Fields? I'm going to go with probably go Dak. I'm going to go Dak. J.K. Dobbins or Cam Akers. I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins. He's pretty solid this week, bro. We got Patrick here, pick 2, McLaurin, likely Spears, Ford, Adams. You got to go Adams. You probably got to go, I would say probably Ford. But probably tough to say. What's J Marv running their mouth about? J Marv. Let's see what J Marv. You guys pay for someone questions. No one can predict the future. Here, yeah, you don't need to be here then. If you're gonna be in here just absolutely complaining about people super chatting because you don't understand it, that's fine. But ripping on it, like this is a show that people come to consume content. They clearly like it, and you can complain somewhere else if you want. That's fine. I don't understand what people do. They just live to be upset and depressed about everything? I don't get it. Drop Hubbard for Coleman or Akers. I would probably take Coleman if we're doing stash type stuff. Yeah. This one right here, J-Mo Tank at wide receiver 2. Packers or Raiders D. I'm going to go Raiders D this week and J-Mo or Tank. I'm probably going to go J-Mo for safety. Tank's a big swing though. It's tough to say. Start 2, Akers, Steele, McLaurin, DeMarcus Robinson, Whittington. I'm going to go Akers and Whittington is the safest maneuver right here, my guy. $2 hauler. Who do I play this week? Hurts or Murray? That's a tough call, man. I mean, Cardinals are playing out of their minds. And this is an afternoon game at home against Detroit. It's a really good matchup. Hurts is going to try and, I think, bounce back in this game. it's so hard to bench Hurts, but Kyler's right there too. He's a must start, top 5 guy. I'd probably say give me Hurts by a hair, Howard, but it is damn close, my guy. Damn close. Thomas, Pickens. I'm going to go probably Pickens this week. Superflex, pick 2, P. Ryan, still on waivers. Pick 2, P. Ryan, still on waivers. I don't know what we're doing there. You say pick 2, but then you go to a different question. Wide receiver 2, Reed, Shakir, Pittman. I'm going to go Reed, personally. Different league, PPR. My QB is Allen. You're the GOAT. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. I don't know what the Superflex question is. Up above, maybe? Shakir, Mooney, Thomas, Pickens. Pick 2. If I'm picking 2 of those, I'm going Ford and Pickens. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Deplorables, appreciate you with your $20 hauler. You're going to Mars, son. You're going to Mars.
To Mars.
To Mars, Deplorables. Deplorables, appreciate you. Where are we at? Wrong screen. Traded Javonte for Dell. Love it. Or Javonte for Dell to the Patrick owner. Love it. Love it. Akers or Ferguson or for Worthy. Worthy's fantastic. Nice job. Your squad looks amazing. You did 2 very good moves. Very good team. Very good team. Let it roll out. See what happens. Henry, maybe you're selling Henry high off a big game. And don't keep trusting Kincaid. Kincaid will be there for you. Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Lockett, Brandon Cooks, Darnell Mooney, Curtis Samuel. Crazy choices. Thanks, Smitty. So you're starting 3. Reed for sure. Probably Darnell Mooney. And then this last one, I'd probably go Christian Watson. But that's tough. That last one's tough. Go with your gut on the last one. But those other 2 locked in for me, at least. Pick 1, Coleman, Doomsday Mitchell, Jaden Reed. I can't sit Jaden Reed. I get people are worried about his quarterback situation, but this guy can run a touchdown in. Think Terry can bounce back? I think he could. Try and trade him. You can't trade him. No one's going to trade for him. So let him have a pop-off game, then maybe consider that. Bobson with the 199 blanker. A blank, but I appreciate you. Zay Flowers or Jerome Ford. I'm going to go Zay Flowers in this situation. Joe M. I'm going to say PPR, JSN, or Cooper. I'm going to go JSN. Dobbins or Sharps. I'm going to go Dobbins by a hair, but Sharps is a nice play, but that's safe, I think. Jennings or stick with Tyler Johnson or Mooney at flex. I'm going to go Jennings for safety, Mooney for higher risk, higher reward, depending on what you need. My Laporta, Rice for CD Bowers. I'd take CD and Bowers and run. That's not to say I don't love the other side, but I love the other side better. Pick 2, start McLaurin, BT, Javonte. I'm sitting Javonte, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Javonte. I love you, pal. Let's see here. The Panthers reportedly rejected trade offers for 4 different teams for Bryce Young. Wow. Panthers don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, Chris. Your Panthers don't know what they're doing. They're sitting Bryce Young, yet they're rejecting trade offers. I mean, we don't know what the trade offers were. They could have all been lowball. But the only fantasy show I watched to Mars. Can I get a shout out to Adam, Aaron, and Andrew? Thanks, Smitty. You're the GOAT. Adam, Aaron, and Andrew, you guys are all going to Mars. No, moon.
To the moon.
The moon. You're going to the moon.
To Mars.
88's going to Mars. 88's going to Mars. And by the way, I just realizing that is a $20 hauler, and that's amazing from you, my guy, Callie. Callie to Mars. The rest of you to the moon. Callie lives on Mars. You guys live on the moon. I'm sorry. Nick, appreciate you. Nico, Harrison, Rice, Ayuk, pick 2. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Nico and Harrison probably. Rice is so hard to sit, though. If you want to get a little ballsy, you could go Rice and Harrison Jr. and just say, Nico's got that tough matchup, but good God, how do you sit that man? How do you sit Nico Collins? How do you sit Rice? You can't. You got to make a trade. You're going to get that wrong every week. Flex Neighbors, Shaheed, Zamir White, or Sharps. You can't sit Neighbors. By the way, talked fantasy with a customer at work, and based on his team, I asked if he watched you, and he did. That's great news, Fallon. We're getting big, pal. We're spreading the word, and it's the way we do it. Spread the word. It's how Dad did it. It's how America did it. It's worked out so far. Please continue to do so. You can tell people at work. You can tell people wearing a Cowboys hat at the bus stop. Whatever. We're going to be at 29.5K here by the end of this show. So we just have 500 more subs and we hit 30K. Who do you shop Henry for? Rice, St. Brown, ETN and something, Jacobs and something, Marvin Harrison Jr., DK and something if you can. Running back 2 is Robinson. Those would be good moves. I think you could get ETN and something. That's probably a pretty solid move. All right, Smitty, appreciate the $10 hauler. Singletary, Montgomery, McLaurin, none of ideal matchups. I'd probably go Monty. Monty's pretty safe. Steele or Cooper. Cooper's safer than Steele right now, but if you want to go crazy, Steele's kind of a fun play, but Cooper's more solid. He hasn't produced much, but he's just a more solid option, I should say. He hasn't been solid this year. If you don't feel it, if Cooper hasn't delivered and you're like, screw it. Cooper just has those games, though, where he's like nothing, then 102 touchdowns, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I sat Cooper. So Cooper's safer, and you're not going to lose sleep if Steele has a good game because you don't know if he's going to. And Joku out, waivers are trash. Pick up Parkinson. Parkinson's not bad. I'm picking up Parkinson and starting him. Their whole team is down, bro. They're going to throw to him. Mark Andrews for my Jameson, Williams, and Schultz. If you need a wide receiver, I'm okay with that. If you need a tight end, I'm okay keeping the Andrews side. Trade, it's even. Trade Robinson, Reed for CMC, Pittman, Steele. Yeah, I probably would if you have the depth to kind of weather through this. CMC is a nice acquisition at that cost of entry. I'm okay with that. Flex, Chase Brown, Spears, Downs, Wright. Wright's not going to maybe get much work in this game. Chase Brown won't get much work. Spears, Downs. I guess I go Downs in this one, but those are not good options. You're right. Aaron Jones, Akers, Singletary. I'm going to go Akers in this one. Blake Corum or Blake Baker or JD5. I'm going JD5. I can't say JD5. Bambino, appreciate you with the super chat. Flex Coleman, Whittington, or Quentin Johnson. I'm going to go Coleman, but Whittington's a fantastic play. Start Minshew against Carolina or Fields. I'm going to go Fields, but that's a close one, my guy. It's a real close one. Traded Stevenson for Worthy. I'm fine with that. I like Worthy that much. I do. Starting Derek Carr, Garrett Wilson, J-Mo, ETN, J.K. Dobbins, Kelsey, bench Purdy, Coleman, Mostert, Garendo. What do you think? Any ideas? I guess I would maybe look to explore trading J.K. Dobbins and Pickens. Pickens could have a good day, so you're gonna have to wait anyway because kickoff is happening now. But I'd say, yeah, Pickens, if he has a good day with J.K. for one better player, I guess I would maybe throw Pickens in with Carr to upgrade Carr. So that's I think we got to attack that once the games are over. But those are the ideas I have initially, at least. Hey, Smitty, Flex, Jalen Warren or P. Ryan. I'd probably go P. Ryan in this one, but it's a very tough call. It was a very close call. AR5 or Baker, I'm going AR5. Take a lap for even. Appreciate you with your super chat. This one here, start 2 of 3, Godwin, London, and Sharps. I'm going London and Godwin personally, especially in PPR. Pick one for the flex, Zay Flowers or Derrick Henry. I'm going to go with Derrick Henry, but you could go either way. And this one right here, got offered Tyreek, Levis, Dell, and Puka for my CMC, JK, and Daniels. I'd probably take the Tyreek side by a hair just because CMC's out, you know what I mean? And, assuming you don't need Jaden Daniels. So, you got a better quarterback. Masonites unite. Let's go, Masonites. Appreciate you, Ray. We'll hit that Masonite before we hit go time. Bucky or Foreman. I'm going Bucky. Bucky seems to be getting more work. Carr and Shaheed or Stroud and Dell. Stroud and Dell by a country mother freaking mile. And PPR Schultz or Parkinson. I'm going Parkinson. Very tough call. Very close. Joseph says pick 2, London, Ford, Neighbors, and Zach Moss. I'm going to go Neighbors and London. Pretty easy, to be honest with you. Hope Laporta goes off. Says Cole. London, Neighbors, says Cole. He answers that question. Brian Thomas Jr., Ridley. I'm going to go with Brian Thomas Jr. for safety, Ridley for excitement. Because it could go either way. Nico. Nico, Rice to Mars. Yeah, good luck, you all. Appreciate you, Jim. Great job having that arsenal there, pal. RJ with the super chat. RJ says full PPR. Rashad White or Zamir. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Give me Zamir with the matchup against Carolina. You know, that's a great matchup. 12-man PPR, Mike Evans or Zamir White. I'm going Mike Evans. You can't sit Mike Evans. The matchup's great for Zamir, but Mike Evans is still not, like, he's still that guy. You know, we'll see what happens. AR5, JD5, I'm going AR5. I'm going Akers over Steele in a league. I don't blame you. Steele or Akers, I'm going to go Akers by a hair myself. Yeah, AR5 says, Marty, you don't bench AR5. I just don't understand the AR5 bench questions. Fields of Dreams says, pick 2, Moss, Wright, BTJ, Naylor, Yoshi Voss, and Jennings. I'd probably say Naylor and Jennings are your safest bets, but BTJ and let's say Jennings is also pretty darn good. I don't think you can go wrong there. I mean, obviously one will be right. J-Mo or Dell, I'm going to go Dell. This one is McLaurin, Akers, or Johnston. I'm going to go Akers for safety. And then I look to sell high. Pickens or Tank Dell. Pickens is going to have a good day. He's had some points left on the table too, so it's not a bad move. Am I tempted to go Dell though? I kind of am. Pick one, Steele, Dunze, or Spears. I'm going to go Steele in this situation. Deontay Johnson, Akers are I don't know who the hell this last person is. Is it Higgins or is it? I think it's Higgins. I'm going to go Higgins over Akers, but that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. Akers might be safer. MHJ, Reed, Devontae Adams, Godwin. You don't sit MHJ. You don't sit Rashee Rice. So, unfortunately, you should be making a trade, but I don't sit those guys. Pick 2, J-Mo, Drake London, or JK. I'm going to go... I'd probably go JK for sure. And then it's a toss-up between J-Mo and London. Guys, can you vote on this one? J-Mo or London? I'd probably go London. Tough call. JSN or Jaden Reed? I'd probably go Jaden Reed. But that's really close. $2 hauler, AR5, JD5, or Baker. You can't sit AR5. Why are we getting this question so many times? Okay. Singletary or Zamir. Zamir's matchup is really nice. Cole, appreciate you, Cole, with the super chat. Can I drop Chubb at this point? I mean, I never drafted him. And IR's okay. Carr, Stroud. As much as Carr's been playing well, you just can't hit Stroud. You can't bench Stroud. You can't hit him with the bench, bro. Been over a week now. Smitty always smashing. Best advice. Thank you, Cole. Appreciate you. Dunze or Ladd. I mean, probably Ladd this week with the news that Palmer's out. Aaron Jones or Rashad White. Neither, but probably go. Chat, can we vote on this one? Aaron Jones or Rashad White? That's a tough one. I guess Rashad White, but he could lose his job at any second. It really could. Demont, JSN, or Akers. I'm going to go David Montgomery, but Akers is a nice, safe play. AR5 or JD5. AR5. Trust your gut, though. I love both, but I'm not sitting AR5. Dell for Chase. Dell Neighbors for Chase. Give me Jamar Chase. I have London and Rice. Give me Jamar Chase. Easy call. Easy call. And guys, can we get a vote on JD5 or AR5? I know AR5's got a tough matchup, but he's AR5. He's a different breed. He's a different breed. Matchups kind of don't matter for him. AR5 looking like garbage lately, says Iceman. Is he? Is he, or has he played 2 weeks of football, one of which he was a top 4 quarterback? So did you mean to say, Iceman, that he's played like garbage one game? Or does lately mean one game to you? I don't know. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. Head-scratchingly wild. How we talk about AR5 so disrespectfully after he's a top 4 quarterback coming out of week 1. And now he has one bad game. Yeah, AR5's been looking like trash. DK or Shaheed? I'm going DK. I can't sit DK. Diggs or Ford? I'm going Diggs. Get at the matchup. I understand. 10-team Superflex AR5, Lamar, Hall, HN. You could go Lamar in this one. Lamar and AR5 are kind of interchangeable. As far as your flex, I don't know what your lineup is. Maybe ask me just the flex question next time just to make sure I don't mess it up. But I don't know. All these players, you're starting Hall, HN, you're starting DK and Nico, and then I don't know. I don't know what your lineup requirements are. I would say Dell over JSN if that's your flex play. You gotta put. Just ask the question. That way I know next time. I don't want to screw it up for you. Ford, Hubbard, Cooper, Warren. I'm gonna probably play. I guess Ford for safety. Amari Cooper's hard to sit though. I get that he's been not playing, up to par, but have Pacheco and Debo down bad right now. Thanks, bro. Also picked up Jennings, by the way. Jennings is pretty safe today over those guys, I'd say, but maybe I go Ford for safety. Cooper's pretty safe as well. Such a tough call. Some of those players are so close. My voice is shot. My voice is shot. I don't even know how I'm going to get it back because it's only week 3. Dell versus Ford, I'm going Dell. Reed versus Steele, I'm going Reed. Even over Coleman. Naylor versus Coleman, I'm going Coleman. Great show as always. Smitty to the moon. Thank you, Banto. And know that those are really close calls. Those are tough, man. Waddle, Sharps for Dell Mostert. You got to get more. You can't buy Dell that high. Dell's trash right now to people. So, no. Sharps or White. I'm going Sharps. Sean, 2 questions for 1 league. Likely or Pitts? I'm probably going to go Likely for right now. But trust your gut. I'm forcing an answer. And I'm going to go Coleman. But that's me. Whittington's probably a tad safer, but I like Coleman. I think it's a breakout game. Thanks, Smitty. By the way, Tank Dell to the freaking moon. Let's go Tank Dell.
To the moon.
Tank Dell doubters out here. So many Tank Dell doubters in this world. It's okay. That's okay. PPR Neighbors or DK. I'm going to probably go DK. Better chance to score a touchdown. But I like both of them this week, and I'm not saying Neighbors won't score a touchdown. I'm not saying that. Josh Downs or Christian Kirk, probably neither. There's got to be a better option. Maybe make sure Kirk's healthy. Like, what's going on with Kirk? Probably Kirk for right now. But I don't love those. I don't love those options. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Fantasy. Yeah, it's a weird year, bro. Appreciate you, Jax. Appreciate the super chat. It's a weird year, man. But I feel like even though it's a weird year, we're still doing really well overall. I mean, everybody's hurting, right? Because so many players are down in the top 25 from ADP data, right? But, I mean, we're crushing a lot of things. Reed or Waddle, Coleman, Jennings. I'm going to go Coleman, and I'm going to go probably Waddle this week, but Reed's tough to sit. They're both really good. Reed, once he has Jordan Love back, is probably as good as Waddle without Tua, if not better. Strange, Gesicki, Muth, Ertz. I'd probably go Parkinson this week. Given the wide receiver room in the state of that pass catching room in LAR. Start Dell or JMO. Crapshoot. We've had this question a couple times at waiver. I'd probably go JMO for safety, Dell for high risk, high reward. JMO for safety, though. Waddle or Brian Thomas Jr. I think you got to start Waddle. I don't think you could sit Waddle yet in that scenario. This one here from Waddle or Olave. I'm going to probably go Olave. $20 hauler from David coming in strong. Wants a Mars shot, doesn't he?
Too much.
David, that's filthy. That's filthy, David. AR5 or Baker, that's even more filthy. I appreciate you. Oh, that's not David's question. Where'd David's question go? Oh, wrong screen. Nick, AR5 Baker, that's filthy. Okay, where's David's question? There it is. $20 hauler, Akers or Dell? Akers is safer, man. He's safer. Part of me thinks I plugged Dell in. But I mean, you want safety, go Akers. You want high risk, high reward, David, go Dell. But I mean, good Lord, bro. I don't know that there's just no easy call there. There's no easy call. Can we get a chat vote? How about that, David? Let's let the chat decide. Dell or Akers? Akers or Dell? Please put your vote in the chat. Help David out. He's a $20 monster. Okay? Joe, Shakir, Monty, Waddle, Ford, McConkey, start 3. Monty, Waddle, and Ford are my picks. And if you want to waver on like Ford and McConkey's not horrible. If you felt like good about McConkey, I'm wavering on that last one. So start Higgins or JSN. I'd probably go Higgins this week, but man, a part of me is like, does he need a whole week to get back? I don't know. I'm gonna go Higgins, I suppose. PPR flex pick JSN, Moss, Zamir, Neighbors. You can't sit Neighbors. Neighbors is in a whole different tier, but my second choice would be very tough. I would say, I'd probably go Zamir White second, but Neighbors first if you just need one Neighbors. Whittington over Dell and Pickens. I'm going to say Dell in this one, but Pickens should have a good game. Thank you, Diggs or Loop, for the $2 hauler. Scotty Dew, Baker or Burrow. Probably go Burrow myself. DeMarcus Robinson or Higgins. I'd go Higgins. Thank you. Go Burrow and Higgins, I guess. Hope for a big Bengal game. Need 3. Jennings, Coleman, Foreman, Tyler Johnson, P. Ryan. I'm going to go Jennings. I'm going to go Coleman. And I'm going to go P. Ryan. And I'm going to do it live. Pick 2, JSN, Ridley. I'm going to go Calvin, Ridley, and JSN. Start DK or Neighbors. I'm going to go DK by a hair. Better chance for a touchdown. Had that question earlier, and that's my rationale. Gotta fire up Kyron Corum. Bengals today, boys. Got him. I don't know about Corum, but let's go Kyron. Kyron season today. He's going to get fed. If you were in the NFL, what position would you be? I'd be a wide receiver. For sure. I could see tight end if I put the meat suit back on and added the pounds again. I definitely would have been a good tight end at my biggest. I was 236, but like buff. And then as I got a little older, that buffness started to turn to a little bit of not so buffness. And I wasn't a fat guy, but I definitely was, carrying a few extra. And I dropped down recently, back down. Akers or Monty, I would say Monty's hard to sit for me. Akers is very safe. I'm going to go Monty personally. But Akers is a safe play for sure. The Patriots stink again. Says it's Marshmallow Lynch season. Carson Steele. I hope he gets a lot of work today. I really do. I'm so excited about Carson Steele. Carson Steele is one of my favorite players right now. He's just fun to watch. Do it live, says Cap. Thank you, Cap. Appreciate you. This one from let's see. Says start 3 Higgins, Diggs, Worthy, Dell. I'm gonna go Diggs, Worthy, Dell. Higgins hasn't earned this yet. I'm a little worried about what he's gonna bring to the table. I know matchups and all. PPR Stroud or Carr. I'm going Stroud again. Matchups aren't concerning me here. It is what it is. Pick 2 for flex. Dell, Waddle, Worthy, Coleman. I'm going probably Worthy for sure. And it's between Dell and Waddle. I kind of want to go Dell. I'm going to go Dell. It's not like, it's not like there's a great quarterback situation there. All right. Javonte or Deontay, neither. And I'm not doing that. I'm not telling you to start one of those guys. There's got to be a better player on waivers. CMC and Pitts for McBride and Puka. I'd probably take, it depends. If you have Mason, I'd probably take CMC, I guess. Yeah, that's a pretty decent move for that situation. Zach Moss or Terry at flex. I'd probably Probably go Scary Terry. Maybe he has that game. Which three do I start? Lamb, MHJ, Rice, Devontae Smith. I'm going Lamb, MHJ, and Rice. I hate putting Smith on the bench. You probably should be making a trade. That's a tough call. And this one here, start 2, Sharps, Flowers, London. Probably Flowers and London are your safest bets. This one here, start 2 out of 5. Or start 2. Monty, Taylor, JK. You got to go JK for Taylor for sure. I'd probably go JK and Taylor. And Monty's hard to sit, but you kind of got to go JK and Taylor. This one here from World. Pick one, Zamir, London. I'd probably go London, but Zamir is a nice matchup. If you want to get a little crafty, go Zamir. But I couldn't sit London, I think. Smitty, start JMO plus JK or Dell plus Monty. Give me, it's even. Chat, JMO, JK or Del Monte. I don't think I can answer that one without like thinking on it, because it's really dead even. I'd say JMO, JK safer, but that's tough. One wide receiver, one flex, JMO, Whittington, Naylor, Akers, Keon. I'll probably go JMO and Akers for safety. I hate saying Akers on all these, but he looks pretty good. It's just a matter of will he hold up long term? No. Absolutely. Akers or Hubbard, Akers. Akers is the call on a lot of these. Cut Bucky or Akers. I'd probably cut Bucky if you're not using Akers. I mean, Bucky's maybe better long term, but I think Akers is gonna have some trade value. Any favorite prop bets today? Yeah, let me put a couple on screen. Thank you, Michael, for the super chat, pal. TM says Chase Brown. Hopefully he gets his shot at some point. It's probably not going to be this week, but Mahomes and Kyler, you got to go Mahomes starting MHJ. So you're torn. Yeah, but that doesn't really change anything, you know. Not a non-best ball. P. Ryan, Pierce, QJ, and Warren. Probably P. Ryan of this crew, but that's a close call. It's a close call, but not. I could go either way. Have PPR start 2, Neighbors, London, DeMarcus, Jameson. I'm gonna go Neighbors in London, but Neighbors is the lock. It's London and JMO that I waver on, and I could go either way. So make sure you stick to your gut on that one, because I'm kind of forcing an answer, and I don't want you to think I'm like cemented into that answer. Sit 1, Henry, JMO, ETN, Tyreek, Godwin, also Baker or AR5. I'm going AR5. I'm not sitting AR5. I don't care about matchups and all. As far as sitting one of these guys, like, I mean, what do you got to make a trade? You probably have to sit. You probably have to sit JMO, Godwin or JMO. And how do you sit Godwin after the start he's had? MHJ or Flowers? Come on. You know the answer is MHJ. You just want to hear me say, you got MHJ? you got MHJ? Okay, so Underdog has a 0.5 yard gimme pick. Make sure you're hitting that, okay? Because that's on Underdog right now. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Let me put this up on screen. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. This one here, Tyreek and Dobbins for Breece Hall. I'd take Breece Hall given the situation, bro, with Tyreek right now. Warren over under 26.5 yards. I think he gets it. I don't know if I mess with that one, to be honest. I don't know, because you just don't know what the workload divide is going to be. Stroud or Carr, come on. You're not sitting Stroud. I don't care about matchups in that situation. Come on. Stop messing around. I'm trying to save lives here. Let's see. What's Dell's line? I know I keep doing this. Dell's got a 58. Okay. That's pretty good. What about Gibbs? What's Gibbs' line? Jahmyr Gibbs, 51 yards higher. I like that one. That's going to be one of my favorites. I'm going to put that on screen right here. That is one of my favorites. Gibbs is going to probably annihilate this yardage. Annihilate it. Start Shaheed or Swift in the flex. I'm going to go Shaheed. And Diggs or more, I'm going to go Diggs. Thank you for the super chat. Aaron, appreciate you. Flex 1, Reed or Coleman. I'm going to go Reed. Even though I like Coleman this week. Having trouble sitting Reed for Coleman. I would too. Could take the upside swing. You could. I'm okay with it. Coleman, Reed, I waver on it. So if your gut tells you go Coleman, I do it. Really. But, Reed is safer. I'm telling you that. But I do think that there's going to be a breakout game for Coleman. I don't know if for sure it's this week. $20 holler from Daniel. You monster, Daniel.
To Mars.
You monster, Daniel. 14-man PPR. Need to start 2. Flex. Pickens, Zamir, Steele, Dobbins, Ford, Coleman. I think Pickens and Dobbins are your safest plays. Pickens is still very good. Left a lot of points on the board with that. I think that overturned touchdown. So he'd have a different story to tell, So Pickens and Dobbins. But if you want to get crazy, I think Zamir is very, very safe. A lot of volume. Carolina Panthers. You can put Pickens on the bench if you're not satisfied. Coleman also. But Dobbins probably locking it in, Daniel. Guys, are we starting Zamir against the Panthers or Pickens? Zamir or Pickens? Can you give Daniel your full attention, please? Please help Daniel out. Daniel needs it. I'm going to be looking to the chat to see what you guys vote. JK or Sharps? I'm going to go JK. You got to go JK, I think, bro. Sharps is like solid, but JK is a little better than solid. Right now, anyway. Ayuk over Flowers. Yeah, this week I would say, even with the... Yeah, probably. Smith, you're goated, but I think you're sleeping on BTJ. How am I sleeping on BTJ? I love BTJ. I love when people say that. Smitty, I think you're sleeping on Jordan Mason. Like, I love BTJ. What are you talking about? Some of these questions are tough, though. It's not like BTJ is a lock over some of these guys. Waddle or McLaurin? I like Waddle. You still can't sit Waddle. Hi, Smitty. Amari Cooper, Naylor. I go probably Amari Cooper, but, you feeling frustrated with Naylor or Cooper, throw Naylor in. I'm fine with it, but I'm going to go Cooper. Kyron Williams, Brian Robinson Jr., or Malik Neighbors. Neighbors is probably safer than Kyron, but I'm going to start Kyron. I'm not sitting Kyron. He scored a touchdown in each of his first 2 weeks. He's a top 5 to 10 running back. Javonte, Deontay, Chuba. None. Not any of them. Pick up another player, Lo. These are horrible options. I would say maybe Deontay, and I hate that. I don't want that. There's got to be a better player on free agency. Naylor or Jennings, I'd say Jennings is a tad safer this week. But I like both. Naylor's been doing it for 2 straight weeks. Superflex trade. Moss, Waddle for Goff, Dell. Hard to evaluate that without knowing all the details. Scoring, who you have a quarterback. At the end of the day, if I need a quarterback, it makes sense. If I don't, I'd rather keep Waddle. At the end of the day, though, you need a quarterback. It makes a lot of sense. Here's probably my underdog higher of the week. 51 yards rushing for Jahmyr Gibbs. He should be able to crush that. Rest of season, Blake Corum or Josh Downs. Probably Corum. And I don't want that. I'm just saying that's going to be my strategy. I don't want that to come to fruition whatsoever. But they are going to be running the hell out of Kyron. Kyron and let me see what Kyron's line is, by the way. Kyron and 64 yards rushing. That's another one. That's another smash. God, that's good. Kyron and Achane, God, can I spit it out? Are gonna get fed way more in the next handful of weeks than we ever anticipated because of the injuries. So they are injury risk. Kyron and Achane missing a couple games this year is almost a lock. But that's why we've been doing this all year long. There's a reason. There's no, Smitty told you he was going to get hurt. You didn't tell us. We told you. We told you.
To the moon.
We told you. You didn't tell us. This one here is another smash. I like this one. Michael, appreciate you. Titans or Chiefs? I'm gonna go Chiefs. I don't like either one that much. We're gonna go Chiefs. McConkey, Hubbard, Steele. I'm gonna go Steele. I'm crazy. I'm a wild man. Wide receiver Waddle, Pittman, BT. Waddle. I'm not sitting Waddle. I get it, and BT's a nice play, but I'm not sitting Waddle. That's giving up on. That's almost giving up on him. We're starting Amari Cooper. Depends on who you have. Shaheed or JSN. I'd probably go Shaheed for safety. JSN's higher risk, higher reward. Kyron or Higgins. Come on. Kyron and Mason are only bell cows right now. I can't believe people even ask these Kyron questions. I don't even understand it. Richardson or Baker. I get this one as well so much. And I know Baker's played well, guys. And I'm not saying don't start him. I'm not trying to make fun of him. Like Baker could have 3 TDs in the first half. And I'm going to be like, holy crap. But I can't sit AR5. He's the top 4 quarterback coming out of week 1. Steeler Akers. Akers is safer. Lamb. Baldwin, appreciate you. Flowers or Jacobs. I'm going Jacobs. I got Jacobs, but it's still tough. It is tough, but Jacobs is the guy. He's the easy call there. I don't think it's that. At the end of the day, it's easy. Shakir or Javonte. Shakir, but I don't love either one. Is Whittington out there? JK or Zamir. I'm going Dobbins. Steelers or Houston. Probably the Steelers. Houston. Houston. Yeah, Houston's going to pick off a handful. Drop Ford or BT for Wright. I would drop neither one of those guys. I love Wright, but you got to be smart about this, bro. You got to be smart about it. I think that's not going to be the wise move. Where was I? What was I looking for? Houston. Yeah, I think Houston's D is going to be a good play this week. Akers or Aaron Jones. I'm going Akers for this week anyway. Mark Andrews are likely. I lean likely, but I get it. Either one's it's a good play. Drop Ford or BT for Wright. Already answered that one. I think I'm caught up on those. We've got Jamal with a super chat. Start Jordan Whittington or Jaden Reed. I can't sit Reed. I like Whittington a lot though, but I can't sit Reed. Thank you for the $2 hauler, my guy. Appreciate you. Carr or Mayfield. That's more of a question that is hard to answer. Probably go Baker at home versus the Broncos versus Carr. Although Carr's not a, he's playing really well, and he's playing the Eagles, and he's at home too. I'd probably go Baker by a hair, by just a hair. PPR need 2, JSN, Shaheed, Monty. I'm going to go Monty and probably Shaheed for safety, but you want upside, go JSN instead of Shaheed, I guess. But Shaheed's been playing so well. Monty and Shaheed's pretty damn safe. Starting London and Godwin. Should I go JMO, Higgins, BT, or Monty at the flex? I would go Monty for safety, JMO for high risk, high reward. I like JMO a lot this week. I like JMO every week. Monty safer. He's just got a lower ceiling. So if you want a little bit more upside, but a little bit of risk because he's a receiver that's second in the pecking order, and if Goff gets taken out or something in this game, or they run the hell out of the ball and they don't pass a lot, because that's probably what the Detroit Lions want to do in this game against the Cardinals in Arizona. But I mean, JMO's got more upside, just a little bit more risk. Non-PPR start 3, Kamara, JT, Mason, Gibbs. I'm going Gibbs. I'm going Mason, and I'm going probably Kamara. I hate to put JT on the bench. It is what it is. I mean, you got to make a trade. That's a ridiculous embarrassment of riches. Make a trade, please. Otherwise, we're going to get that wrong probably 50% of the time. Ford, Najee, Steele, Akers, Dell. Your safe play is probably going to be Akers. Your high-risk, high-reward play is Dell. Sometimes there's no answer. Sometimes you got to decide what you need. Safety, are you up? Are you projected to win? Or are you playing down bad and you need a big swing? BT or Keon? I'm going to go Keon Coleman this week, but I do like BT a lot. For those that think I don't, I do. Trade McBride for Kincaid and Worthy. I'd take Kincaid and Worthy for McBride. I would, because I like Worthy that much. That's a great trade. Either way is good, though. I like McBride a ton. Pick 2. Thank you, Vampy. Sharps, Worthy, Waddle. I can't sit Worthy or Waddle, so those are my choices. But, you know, you got 3 good choices. I get it. It's a struggle. Jalen McMillan for Corum. Have Kyron. Sure. McMillan's good, but like not a lock for anything. Worthy or JMO, I'm going to go Worthy. Cooper, Akers, full PPR. I'm going to say Akers is a tad safer than Cooper. Yeah. This week I'm going with Akers. I'm not saying I love Akers for the long term, but Higgins or Zay Flowers, I'm going to go probably Zay Flowers for safety. Cooper is going to have a massive game, says Modern, who has him in 85 leagues, I bet. Which is okay. It's okay to root for your guy. I hear you. Trade Mason for JT. I'd probably rather have JT after this week. So have him offer the trade, and as soon as the game starts, accept it. The reason being is JT, look, Mason's going to be amazing today. But, you know, he's got a potential, you know, drop coming, you know, where he's not going to score as much, but I'll still like him. He'll still get a lot of work, but that's a ways away. But I would preemptively plan for it, because the closer you get to CMC returning, the more Akers or Mason's value is going to go down. Ayuk or Neighbors? I'm going to go Neighbors. Trade Cup and Bowers for AJ Brown and Braylon Allen. I'd rather have Cup and Bowers. Easy call. Don't forget to smash that thumb up button, says Blackbeard. He's right. We've got 1,000 people in here and we only have 157 thumbs up. What the hell's going on here? Masonites, reunite.
Well, no going back now. You sure you want to do this, Kyle? Yeah. We have to. Let's go. Start the procedure. Masonites, assemble.
Assemble Masonites. You guys, hit that thumb up button. We got 200 thumbs up is better, but we have 1,000 people in here and only 199 thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new. I promise you'll love this show.
Detected at the front
need
door.
a flex. Higgins, Worthy, BT, or Steele. Worthy. You don't need a flex. You have Worthy. Worthy's your guy. Full PPR, pick 1. Swift, Waddle, Deontay, Keon. I can't sit Waddle in this question. I do like Keon a lot, but there's no way I'm sitting Waddle. Last one, Waddle or Cam Akers. I can't sit Waddle. Akers is a solid, safe play. I guess you could put Akers in over Waddle, but I'm going to start Waddle. I'm not giving up on Waddle entirely just because, I get his quarterback. Skyler's not the best quarterback, but Akers would be safer. If you want safety, go Akers. If you want to roll the dice a little bit, Waddle's your guy. Yoshi Voss, Coleman, or Steele. I'm going to go Coleman in this game. Coleman's going to have that game. I think Coleman has a little bit of a breakout game. I think we're hitting that Coleman button. I haven't hit it for a while. We're not going to hit it. We're going to hit it after he has a big game. But I truly believe he's going to have a big game. I think Coleman's going to do it live.
Detected at the front door.
Masonites reunite. Attaboy, Jason. Appreciate you dropping the super chat. This one here from Deet. James Cook or Brian Robinson Jr. I'm going to go Cook. Cook's earned it. Kamara and Mason starting. Nice. Cook's earned it, bro. You can't sit Cook. Akers, Higgins, Steele for flex. Akers is safest. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it because I'm rooting against him. I just hate to say it because, he's going to get hurt at some point. But right now, he's not hurt. So, Hurts or Mayfield. Hurts, man. Hurts. Jalen, Naylor for flex or Coleman. I'm going to go Coleman. And I'm going to do it live. 199 hauler. Would you rather roster Ray Davis or Garendo? Probably Garendo right now. But it's a great question. Hurts or Mayfield again. Thank you for the super chat, Baldwin. I'm going to go Hurts. Come on. Come on now. Did you draft him for this or did you not? 2 weeks ago when you drafted him, did you think you'd be asking me that question? And that's not to say that you should be asking me the question. I'm just saying we can't. Smitty, the GOAT, simple Ford or BT. Ford's safer, BT's higher risk, higher reward because he's a receiver and he could be like Ford's going to get more opportunities probably, but BT's that 40 touchdown every time he catches a threat. So I guess if you need safety, go Ford. If you need a high risk, like you're projected to maybe lose, or something like that, then you go BT for the swing. Ford or White, I'm going to go probably. I assume that's Zamir White. I'm going to go Zamir White for the matchup. If it's Rashad White, I'm going to go Ford. Scotty Dew, Aaron Jones, or White, I'm going to go Zamir White for the matchup. Then we're going to do it live. Hey, Smitty. Oh, I already got that one. Thank you again. Jose, appreciate you with the $4.99 hauler. My guy. My guy. Higgins or Akers? Going to go Akers. Worried about Higgins. Yeah, I'd wait. Akers is such a decent play. And then Connor or Monty. I'd probably go Connor for this week. And are we taking swings like Mason is running back one rest of season? No, Justin, because he can't be if McCaffrey returns. If McCaffrey doesn't return, then maybe. But we're assuming McCaffrey returns. Also, you got to worry a little bit about breakdown. So that's why you need Garendo. Safe to drop Chase Brown for Wright and still hold. Yeah, and keep in mind, Wright's not going to do anything. Don't expect anything this week. Like, I think that people aren't going to understand the assignment. They're going to come in after this week and go, Wright's trash, I'm cutting him. Like, we're not guaranteed anything with Wright this week. Smitty, tomorrow's sit one, Dell, Ford, Reed. I'm going to sit Ford in this situation. But Ford's a good play. Sometimes you got to sit good plays. Right? By that, I mean Mason running back one in San Francisco. He could be. If McCaffrey comes back, they're definitely going to share it. I'd say 50-50 at least. So it'd be hard. He'd be hard pressed to like blow McCaffrey out of the water if McCaffrey's back at all. Roster Garendo or Wright. No Achane, no Mason. I'd probably say Garendo just because, and not to put a damper on the Mason Justin question, but Mason has not had this amount of carries since high school. So there's an injury risk factor. So I definitely think that you got to have Garendo. Smitty to the moon. Thanks for all the hard work. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Top Chef. I love Mason. I love Mason. Not saying he gets hurt. I'm just saying you got to cuff him. But number one in San Francisco, if McCaffrey comes back, there's a good chance McCaffrey comes back and he can't. And he keeps sitting out. And remember what happened last time he sat out? Is he come back and sit out, come back and sit out? He might be done. He might not be. If he's done, then yeah, Mason's going to thrive. Stevenson, I messed up with Stevenson, Amari, or Kyron. I can't sit Kyron. That's not even a question to me, Casey. I don't even compute that. I don't understand how Kyron's not in a lock of a top 5 running back for you. Akers, Steele, or Ridley for my flex. I'm gonna go Ridley probably. I want to go Akers. I'm gonna go Ridley. Akers is probably safer. So good question. Kyler AR5. I'd probably go. You know what? I may have wavered on this one. I'm gonna go Kyler. If I said AR5 in the Kyler question earlier, I'm gonna switch it. Charbonnet, White, or Devontae Adams. I'm going to go Adams. I can't sit Adams. Come on. Come on, son. Sheesh. Which defense? Raiders, Packers, Bills, Vikings. I go Raiders in this one. Raiders. Akers, Ridley, Kyler. I think I got it. I got it all taken care of here. I think we're caught up. Hey, Smitty, start 2 of these wide receivers. Olave, London, Worthy, Dell, Coleman. I'm going to go with Worthy, and I'm going to go with Olave. Flex spot taken by H.N. Kyron Hall. It's tough, man. Worthy's the lock. I'll put it that way. And then it's kind of a toss-up between London, Olave, Dell. Guys, can we get a vote? London, Olave, Dell. London, Olave, Dell. Please vote for Kyle. London, Olave, or Dell. We're going to lock in Worthy, though, okay? Really? Got a London vote. Olave is due. We got a lot of Olave. Put Olave in. Olave and Worthy. Do it live. All right, guys. Good luck to you all. Appreciate you. If you send a super chat while I'm leaving, first of all, don't say I missed. Smitty, you missed my super chat. I didn't miss it. You dropped it when I was leaving. But I will answer in the comments. Just repost it with a bunch of like dollar emojis or something. Don't fake it. I'll know. And then I won't answer it. Minshew or Fields, think about the matchup. Think about the Bambino. I don't need you to tell me to think about the matchup when you ask me a question. I'm not an idiot. Okay, Minshew or Fields. I'm probably gonna say, bro, it's tough. Fields hasn't done enough. I'm okay with the Minshew play here. You clearly want to go Minshew by the way you worded that, frame that question. So go Minshew because it's close enough to go Minshew. Good luck in your leagues, everyone. Breeze clip is goated. Thank you, DeBalt. Appreciate you. Mindy, appreciate your last second super chat here. Wide receiver 2, Jennings, Robinson have bench. Flex have Gibbs. Okay, currently. So wide receiver 2, Jennings or Robinson. I'd probably say Jennings is safest this week. Yeah, probably. It's a safe move. But I think DeMarcus Robinson's got higher upside, maybe more risk. Salty says you're not gonna stay and watch some football. No, we're gonna eat food and watch football like per usual. All right, I'm out of here. See you all after the games. I usually go live after the morning and afternoon games, right before the Sunday night game. About a 45-minute show to recap what's going on, do standing ovations, have a bunch of fun. See you all after. Thank you all for your super chats. You guys are absolutely amazing. Again, if anybody's dropping a last-minute super, you're going to drop a deuce right at the end. Make sure you comment your question and don't say, Smitty, you missed my super chat. Appreciate you all.